Hey guys, here we are once again, Larry's Backyard Garage, doing some custom work. Got a real cool 1957 Chevy dashboard out of a truck that I modified a few years back. I built this for the Black Dahlia project. This dash, like I said, was out of a truck, and I actually cut this thing in half and welded it back together and then reconfigured some stuff on it. I cut 3 inches out of this thing. Actually, right in here is where I took the metal out, a 3-inch piece. And this was part of that piece. I cut it out, it would have been right up here. And I brought it down here and welded it in here. Then I hole sawed these out. And then we have like the ashtray here. Right here there was a square hole just like that in here, which would have been the heater controls. Well, I deleted those, and the piece that I cut off of here is the same, has the same bend, and so I cut a piece and welded in here and body worked that. I've got the very nice glove box door. I've got all the instrument cluster. I've got everything to put this thing in, put this back together. It's a pretty nice piece. Done a pretty decent job of putting it together. Does have a couple of little scratches on there from sitting in the house. I did this a couple years back. Beautiful. I modified this dash to fit in this Black Dahlia car. As you can see, it V's in the front. These old early late 40s, they had the V, the 2-piece windshield. Well, this truck dash actually curves. It has a wraparound windshield in the truck, so I do have to modify this here at some point. I've got to bring this out a little bit, and then I got to make it V. But that's down the road. I ain't too worried about that. What I'm doing here today is I'm going to mimic this part right here. My plan is to make a fiberglass piece from this and bond it onto here. I'm going to fill this in and make that piece there out of fiberglass, which means I'll have to, somewhere in here, I'll have to cut this out a little bit so the piece will fit on there, and then I'm going to basically mold that in. So when you get done, you're going to have 2 of those V's. There's not going to be any glove box anymore. It's going to be 2 V's. And I've got the instrument cluster and everything for this. I have a second one for here, which I'm not going to use, but I'm going to use the bezel. The chrome bezel that goes. I've got an extra one of those. I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm probably just going to put a flat piece in there, and then maybe put some type of I don't know, some type of a badge that I'm going to make, or just paint in there. You know, this car's name is Black Dahlia. I just might do something with that. Put the name in there or something. But anyways, that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to lay down some of this fiberglass mat and resin over the top of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that blue tape and I'm going to tape that all on here. And then I'm going to mix my resin. I'm going to cut my pieces and I'm going to lay those down. I'm going to put like 2 layers over that, and then let that dry. Come back tomorrow, then I'll peel all that off. The blue tape will keep it from sticking, the fiberglass. And then I'll have to clean up my piece and trim it. I really only need it to come out about 1 inch, and then about here, and then all the way back. But I'm going, when I tape this, I'm going to tape this way out, so that way I don't get nothing on the dash. And I'm going to make that piece. We're going to see how that turns out. If that turns out right, I can make it look good. And then I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to have to make a piece and fill this in, because I have a very nice glove box lid that I don't want to destroy for this project, because I can reuse that later or sell it. Yeah, so anyways, that's what's going on. Now the reason for me to do this in fiberglass is because I can't make this out of metal. The only way I could do this in metal is if I found another dash and cut this piece out. Then I absolutely could weld it in there and bodywork it. But these are hard to find, and I don't want to tear up another dash. So I'm going to make it out of fiberglass, try my hand at it, and if this piece turns out nice and I feel I can use it, then I'll cut this dash and I'll make it work here. If not, I won't do it. Now I have been playing around with fiberglass, and I've made these two parts here, which are grill teeth for the custom grill that I'm making for this car. They're like a 51 Ford F100 pickup teeth. Now in the other videos I've showed you these. Well, these turned out pretty nice. They're not perfect yet. They're very close. I've got to do a little bit more spot puttying on them. They got a few little pits and stuff that you can see there. But they're very close. And those turned out nice, so it gave me the confidence to try another project and see what I can do with that. And this is it. I really hate to destroy this dash because it is such a nice piece and I put a lot of time into making it nice. But if I did it once, I can do it again, and this time if I can pull that off and make that look right, it's just going to be a one-of-a-kind cool piece. So that's what's going on here, and we'll see how it works. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, take care guys, and I'll see you next time.